kita akan mulai masuk ke sesi selanjutnya. Sesi selanjutnya kita akan mendengarkan dari tim Rockwell Automation. We have earlier, I already introduced Mr. Dubey as the Regional Industry Manager, Asia Pacific. And we also have Willy Octavianus, the Regional Consultant. This gentleman have a very vast experience in advanced and emerging technologies, you name it, IT, automation, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, all those emerging technologies. So this is their session. There will be two subsessions. The first is Mr. Dubey. The second will be Pak Willy. And then after that, we will have Q&A.
Thank you, Pak Fajar. Thank you for the introduction. Selamat pagi, and this is where my Bahasa Indonesia ends, okay? So I'm going to do this presentation in English, so please bear with me. Hope that is fine. So just a quick introduction. My name is Abhay Dubey, and I'm the Industry Sales Manager for Heavy Industries across Asia Pacific. Thank you for allowing me to present our capabilities for the mining industry today. So before I start, let me begin with a safety moment, okay? Underground mining is a highly dangerous and hostile environment, and the most important contributing factors are pressure, heat, and worker fatigue. It is therefore important to create a safe working environment, and basically that will reduce the challenges so that mining can continue. Today's safety message is around COVID-19. As we are getting vaccinated, it is still important to wear a mask, wash your hands regularly, and keep a safe distance. Our agenda today is to plan for creating a digital mine for the future with Rockwell Automation's capabilities in automation and digitalization. Our strategy is to bring the connected mine to life. Besides this, after my presentation, we will have Pak Willy, who will be talking about the connected mine, the best practices that are available in connected mine. Okay, now let us look at the mining industry trends and impacts. Market volatility is the new normal. The mining industry is poised for growth, but companies must navigate a market characterized by constant disruption and changing community expectations. Access to resources. As mineral resources become exhausted, mining companies must either master new technologies for extraction and processing or venture into more remote locations. License to operate or sustainable operations. Mines have a lasting impact on a community's air, water, and land. Prioritizing sustainable operations is becoming imperative to becoming successful. Increased capital and operational costs. Now, over the past decade, mining productivity has declined, meaning mining companies need to dig and move more material today than what they did maybe 10 years back to retrieve the same amount of sellable materials. Now, this decline stands after adjusting for external factors such as deteriorating ore grades and mine cost increase, including the escalations in price of mine inputs as fuels and explosives. Now, maintenance is an important element of mining equipment lifecycle. Many accidents you might have noticed occur during the maintenance activity. A significant amount of costs goes into maintenance. Now, surveys have shown that it can be close to 50%. And finally, the changing work demographics. Today's workforce is changing and changing dramatically. with baby boomers making way for millennials and Generation Z to lead. Now, the retreat of the previous generations means that the knowledge, skill sets, and values are heading for the exits, while newer generations are typically more tech savvy and place corporate social responsibility in high regard. So mining companies need to quickly adapt to this and up their game to attract, train, and keep the best talent. Strategic options are action-oriented responses to trends and implications that mining companies are facing. Now, we saw the trends affecting the mining industry. Let us now review what are the mitigating strategies or asks from customers like you. Our customers are asking for an integrated view of operations. Mine to market visibility enables better business decisions. When you collect, aggregate, and analyze data across operations, you can spot trends and interdependencies that are missed when data lives in silos. With this type of information, you can make more informed decisions. Mining companies are asking for increasing operational efficiency, such as ability to process low-grade ores and better monitoring of resources. Now, we said accidents happen during maintenance. Customers are asking for cost-effective maintenance strategies. And finally, how can they keep the workforce safe and increasingly important? How do they keep that younger generation motivated? Now, here we are unveiling the connected mine concept around 4 capabilities. Number 1, mine to market integration, supporting and automating business decisions. Number 2, process efficiency, automating and optimizing unit process operations. Number 3, asset efficiency or asset performance management, anticipating failures and automating maintenance activities. And finally, people or connected worker, around safety and knowledge transfer on how we are going to attract and retain new talent. Now, if you noticed, we are now moving from strategies to solutions. Mine to market visibility enables better business decisions. One major challenge mining companies face is disconnected and siloed information. It is a constant struggle to find ways to aggregate and contextualize information from various areas of the business to enable better and more holistic business decisions. Rockwell Automation's FactoryTalk Innovation Suite, powered by PTC, enables data collection and aggregation, surfaces the contextualized information so that you can take action and offer powerful visualization tools that bring data to life and enable better decision making. Our FactoryTalk Automation Suite allows mining companies to collect data from nearly any source within the enterprise and quickly build applications and decision tools. New technologies are expanding human capability. We will talk about that in the upcoming slides. Incorporating these technologies into your workers' daily lives can ease workforce transitions, increase worker productivity, foster collaboration, and provide a safer and more engaging environment for all employees. Now, we can support our customers to provide monitoring and predictive tools to inform when an asset is going to fail or autonomously manage their maintenance activities. connected worker or worker safety and efficiency, and having mobile real-time information. Now, by nature, mining operations are spread out geographically. Field workers often find themselves servicing or operating equipment without a direct view into how that specific piece of equipment is performing. So this lack of visibility and information can reduce productivity and result in unsafe operations. Rockwell Automation's mobility solutions extend visualization and real-time decisions or real-time decision capabilities to browser-based remote users, including mobile devices. With on-demand real-time access from anywhere, every team member benefits from this visibility into the mine. With technologies like VR and AR, allows the user to superimpose digital information onto real objects or equipment, providing field personnel with real-time information in context of the true process. This technology helps mining companies enable remote expert advice for equipment, maintenance, and augment the training process to create customized, memorable instruction for new workers. Finally, these strategies help companies like you to achieve better employee productivity, safer operations, remote collaboration, and expert advice. Now, here we are translating the 4 connected mine capabilities that I mentioned on the previous slide in actual solutions, names, and applications. This is basically the mining industry's digital thread where we connect a seamless flow of data, connecting business processes across the value chain to deliver top-line growth, improve operational excellence, and enable risk mitigation. Now, if you notice some of the yellow fonts over there, those are the case studies that Rockwell has or Rockwell Automation has, and those are some of the benefits that have been achieved by the customer. Now, we would be more than happy to discuss this in detail separately, depending on what is your issue or pain point and what is your priority. Now, let us understand what are some of the enabling technologies available today. Rockwell Automation solution uses these technologies, these latest and greatest technologies, to enable our solutions. But we as Rockwell Automation see them as enablers. The strength of the digital technologies like digital twin, IoT platforms, extended reality, artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, doesn't lie in the technology individually. Instead, it stems from how companies integrate them to transform their businesses and how they work together with the enabling competencies that we have, which is explained on the next slide. So the solution is combining the technologies that you saw and enabling competencies. Now, we as Rockwell Automation partner with you using our digital technologies and expansive domain knowledge to enable your company to work faster, smarter, and with great agility at every life cycle stage. Now, we can come in at any stage of this life cycle. So, for example, let's take design. With our technology expertise, we can design your network systems and applications to be integrated and intelligent. We can use application and technical expertise combined with scalable project delivery to improve your operations. Combining our technology and application expertise and your operational expertise, we connect your data and systems and processes to leverage information that help you predict what is going to come. And finally, we as a team with our industry expertise continuously identify new opportunities to improve. So to summarize, we partner with you using our digital technologies and domain knowledge to enable your company to work faster, smarter, and with great agility at every life cycle stage. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share with you our Rockwell Automation experience and expertise in mining. Our end-to-end digital solutions and services are at your disposal, and depending on the stage you are in the journey that you see on the slide right now, we would be pleased to assist you and demonstrate our capability. Now, looking at our 6-step business model, you can possibly assess as to where you are within these 6 steps. We have a number of solutions and case studies within the mining industry and similar industries to discuss on how we can resolve your pain points, which results in a faster ROI. We would like to have deeper dive discussions with you on this and possibly conduct workshops to understand your challenges first so that we bring the right solutions to you. We appreciate your time today and look forward to the next meeting. With this, thank you so much, and let us now move on to the connected mind, the business practices or the best practices by Willie. I will continue to stay on and would be available for any questions or comments that you may have. Thank you, Pak Fajar.
Thank you, Pak Dube. Yes, Pak Willy, the screen is now yours.
Terima kasih, Pak Fajar. Thank you, Pak Dube. Jadi, perkenalkan Bapak Ibu hadirin sekalian, nama saya Willy Octavianus. Saya pakai bahasa Indonesia saja karena bahasa Indonesia saya ini sudah lancar. Jadi, saya di Rockwell ini sebagai solution consultant dan saya mendampingi baik dari industri mining maupun dari industri lainnya dalam proses melakukan digital transformation. Kami mendampingi pembentukan digital transformation team, roadmap digital transformation initiatives, dan melakukan teknologi improvement dan tahap-tahap selanjutnya. Saya akan share screen. Oke. Sudah terlihat ya, Bapak?
Ya, sudah.
Sudah, Pak Willy.
Yang kami tunjukkan di layar ini adalah sebuah aplikasi yang kami bangun di atas teknologi IoT platform kami di sebuah mining company. Pada awalnya, setelah tim digital transformation dari mining industri tersebut dibentuk, kami dari Rockwell Automation mendampingi mulai fase focus group discussion, discovery workshop. Kita mulai kaji apa yang mereka mau tuju, di mana, dan saat ini ketersediaan teknologi seperti apa. Lalu kita kaji gap antara current position dengan destination yang ingin dicapai. Saat itu klien kami ini membentuk tim digital transformation dikepalai dengan seorang CDO atau Chief Digitization Officer. Digital transformation team tersebut ada sekitar 2 atau 3 orang dari departemen IT, kemudian ada CFO atau kepala keuangan dari enterprise, dan ada 6 orang operasional mulai dari deputi kepala operasional sampai site manager dari 5 site yang mereka miliki. Pada awalnya mereka hanya ingin membuat site information management systems. Apa yang mereka bangun di fase awal itu belum ada yang di kanan ini untuk internal mining ataupun mining news. Mereka hanya berfokus ke, pertama, mereka mau melihat posisi site mining yang tersebar di dunia. Jadi kita embed Google Map di situ. Dan high level information dalam industri mining tentunya environment, dan excitement itu equally important dengan produktivitas. Kita tampilkan data historical maupun data real time, KPI apa saja yang penting kita kaji di focus group discussion. Dan perlu diketahui bahwa untuk membangun apa yang terlihat di layar ini waktu itu sangat cepat sekali dalam kurang dari 1 minggu. Karena kita perlu sadari, kita ingat lagi bahwa industri 4.0 itu bukan mengatasi problem data acquisition. Itu problemnya era industri 3.0. Kita sudah nggak lagi mempermasalahkan apakah datanya itu sudah ada atau belum. Masalahnya itu adalah data-data yang sudah ada, bagaimana mau disatukan dan dipadukan. Data-data tersebut itu sudah ada, tapi masih tersebar, atau silo istilahnya. Secara software tersebar, secara departemen juga masih tersebar, ada data dedicated dari departemen finance accounting, dari orang production yang menghandle asset management, maintenance, semuanya tersebar, belum terpusat dan terpadu. Jadi untuk menarik data saja dan menampilkan ke integrated ini waktu itu sangat cepat. Kemudian kita melanjutkan, step kedua apa ini? Setelah Site Information Management System. Mereka mau mengetahui lebih lanjut, jadi mereka mau gali lebih dalam. Per site itu ada informasi yang akan ditampilkan. Sehingga kita buat user interface-nya, sehingga pada saat kita double klik ke salah satu site, kita bisa lihat saat ini mereka mau melihat aset itu dari sudut pandang fleet. Entah itu dump truck, mining shovel, apapun itu, kita kasih Google Map di kanan atas dan di kanan bawah sambil melihat aktual terrain yang ada di lapangan. Dan secara dinamis pada saat kita klik satu persatu aset equipment yang ada di lapangan, kita melihat posisinya ada di mana. Dan ini real time, data ditarik aset yang ada di lapangan. Dan kita bisa lihat high level information semacam running time dari equipment tersebut. Kita kembangkan, jadi kita melakukan project delivery ini dengan konsep agile. Sambil debugging, kita lanjutkan, mereka mau melihat utilisasi dari masing-masing aset tersebut. Kita paparkan, kita tarik datanya, kita kombinasikan data telemetri di lapangan dengan ERP yang sudah mereka miliki, hingga masing-masing aset kita bisa lihat berapa runtime-nya, productivity ton, termasuk fuel consumption, dan yang menarik mereka mau melakukan kalkulasi sehingga individually per aset itu service cost dollar per hour dan operating cost dollar per hour itu jatuhnya di angka berapa.
Ibu Bapak sekalian, excellent people, sambil nanti menunggu Pak Willy kembali, silakan kami buka Q&A session untuk Pak Dubey. So while we're waiting for Pak Willy to join back, I'm opening a Q&A session for Pak Dubey. Silakan ditulis di chat pertanyaannya Ibu Bapak sekalian, atau mungkin kalau ini mau raise hand silakan. Sambil menunggu audience memberikan pertanyaan, Pak Dubey, while we're waiting for the audience to raise a question, I have a question for you actually. Earlier you mentioned about case studies in your presentation. Perhaps can you go through one of them, which talk more about a digital twin, because digital twin is quite new. It's been growing and growing, but people are keep on asking what is digital twin and what it had to do with the connected mind and something like that.
Okay, let me pull out that slide which talks about digital twin. Give me a minute and I'll try to pull it out. Okay. So this is basically a case study on a digital twin conveyor. And to give you some background, I'm not allowed to share the name of the company, unfortunately, because we have some NDA signed with the company, but we can talk more about what we have done there. So basically, this major global mining company is always seeking to modernize their operations. Their current goal was to find new technologies to streamline the process of addressing plant issues and develop better communication between the integrated operation center or their main control room and the site technicians.
Let's see.
Now, their process was very painful. In order to identify and address issues, technicians and operators have had to go through various business systems to find the right drawings, historical maintenance data, and operating data. Now, you might have similar situations in your mining companies too, but this mining company is a large mining company and they had similar problems. Now, there are often multiple calls between the operators and technicians, which is very, very time consuming. So what we did was, or what Rockwell Automation did was, we worked with this user to develop a proof of concept focused on a conveyor system that showed how the process of repairing an issue on a motor could be dramatically improved. Now, in this, what we did was we presented the customer an integrated virtual environment based on 3 technologies that came from Rockwell. Number one, the dashboard mashups, okay, based on our factory talk automation suite or ThingWorks from PTC. This dashboard is the visual repository of all the information of the conveyor, like real-time alerts, trends, technical documents, and work orders. The second technology that was used here was virtual reality or VR. Okay. So it offers a virtual flyby assessment of conveyor. So it's possible to check on the status without sending a person to the site, and incorporates video and audio, as well as to paint a full picture, which you can see from that, the graphic that you see on the screen. Basically, you have a mobile and you actually can see what's happening on the screen, and you can support the site technician by physically not being there, but telling him what actually he must do. And finally, the augmented reality or AR. The image can be put on top of the VR experience or the actual equipment on site. Now, what this does is it brings up live operating data in context. So why were we successful here? Number one, we worked with legacy systems. We did not propose a complete overhaul of the system. So we used back the old systems that they had. We collected and aggregated data from multiple sources. Okay? We delivered information with context. We provided powerful visualization tools that increase technicians' situational awareness. And finally, we use data display to keep technicians and operators on the same page. So I believe you can appreciate what this digital twin can do. Actually, it can see what's happening at the site without actually going to the site, and the domain expert or whoever the expert is can advise the site technician what he must do without looking at the problem. They can actually visualize the problem and tell the site technician what has to be done. I hope this case study helps.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pavel. Thank you, Pavel.
Thank you, by the way. It's very interesting. So the digital and the physical is like coming together, superimposing one with another. In the AR, augmented reality, we can bring the digital that's not there, to be there. But in the VR, we can go somewhere without need to go there at the same time. There is another question, so for you, Pak Dube, before I give it to Pak Willy again. This is from Ibu Novi Pramitasari. Let me read it for you. I can agree more how massive technology grow currently, and I realize that those technologies are very powerful in bringing the business excellence. However, the huge challenge in mining is the people readiness. There is high variability of people knowledge and acceptance to the technology. Based on your experience, Pak Dube, with the Rockwell clients, how's your way to deal with that, the people situation? Thank you.
I think this is a great question. I think this is a major challenge not only within your company. It's a challenge across many companies that I have come across. And the biggest challenge that they have is, when the experienced worker, goes away or probably, he moves away from the company for whatever reasons. He may get retired, or he just moves away with all that knowledge. Now, this is becoming a huge challenge for many companies, and the newer operators or the younger operators, for that matter, they come with certain knowledge of or they come with understanding of what they have been taught in universities. Now that to a certain extent helps, but getting the experience that the knowledge or the operator has, it becomes a huge challenge to transfer that. So this is a constant challenge. I don't think this is a challenge but what we as Rockwell Automation do is we provide, the platform, or we provide that knowledge which gets captured in our system, and we can actually train these people by kind of putting us kind of a problem into the system and providing step-by-step, kind of a solution by saying that, okay, this is the problem. We have encountered this before. How will you take charge of this? So what we do is we provide a step-by-step solution and inform the operator, okay, now you have taken step 1, now you move to step 2, and now you move to step 3. So all this knowledge or that information is actually captured within our control system, and they can take advantage of that solution that is already there within our hope that helps. I would be more than happy to demo that at some point of time. If you come to our facility, maybe Willie can help you to do that, or maybe somebody else can do that. But we can actually show you how we do that within our control systems.
Yeah, that will be great. So basically, the answer is about knowledge sharing, and also in order to prepare an advanced team, we will need the advanced way and also technology to do that. And thank you for the invitation. That's really great, Pak Dube. Okay, let me give back the screen to Pak Willy. Tadi Pak Willy ada kendala teknis dan Pak Willy sudah kembali. Beliau tadi memaparkan mengenai best practice dan bagaimana tadi sangat mudah menggunakan platform ini gitu ya. Jadi fokusnya adalah lebih ke best practice ketimbang kita harus coding atau apa. Silakan Pak Willy.
Terima kasih Pak Fajar. Jadi setelah kita secara zoom out melihat apa saja site mining yang ada di industri, kemudian kita bisa gali lebih lanjut dari satu buah site mining, apa saja aset yang ada di site tersebut. Dan ini berlanjut ke kita melihat ada aset-aset mulai dump truck, mining shovel, dan seterusnya. Kita integrasikan Google Map untuk melihat posisinya. Kita tarik data-data utilisasi sampai level fuel consumption, commercially secara bisnis, berapa service cost per hour dari individual aset. Nah, klien kami pada saat itu melanjutkan, setelah mereka mendapatkan benefit mengintegrasi informasi seperti ini, pada saat kita gali lebih lanjut, kita bisa menarik data telemetri yang ada dari satu buah individual dump truck atau mining shovel yang lainnya. Kita bisa lihat statusnya. Bila itu online, apakah aset tersebut idle atau sedang running, dan seterusnya. Kita tarik data dari ERP, kita tarik data dari database yang lainnya, dan kita bisa lihat real time maupun historical semacam oil pressure, oil temperature, dan seterusnya. Kita bahkan bisa embed semacam video untuk teknisi di lapangan bisa melihat caranya melakukan replacement part-part yang ada di lapangan. Nantinya, klien kami ini menginginkan agar video tutorial ini di-embed ke teknologi augmented reality seperti yang tadi Pak Abai Dupri tunjukkan, sehingga mereka melakukan upgrade SDM berada di titik seorang junior engineer yang turun ke lapangan dengan minim jam terbang pun dengan menggunakan augmented reality, Google Assistant device, Google seperti itu, sambil di lapangan mereka melihat device-nya secara fisik. Di kanan atas ada animasinya, ada yang perlu diputar clockwise, counterclockwise, di kiri atas ada datasheet-nya yang terpapar, sambil semua proses step by step, removal valve, conveyor, ataupun kompresor, semua ada di situ. Nah, semua ini dilakukan secara roadmap, artinya satu teknologi improvement dicapai, kita mengembangkan ke yang berikutnya, kita mengintegrasi data yang tersebar dari lintas software, dari lintas departemen. Dan kami dari Rockwell Automation siap mendampingi Bapak, mulai dari pembentukan digital transformation team, karena itu adalah langkah pertama yang penting, mencari teknologi improvement yang akan dikejar, dan setelah menyelesaikan satu tahap, kita melanjutkan tahap berikutnya apalagi. Ada banyak sekali mulai dari smart energy monitoring system, kemudian productivity real time, insiden, ada yang mengintegrasikan CCTV di truk-truk asetnya, ada yang melakukan real time tonnage calculation based on conveyor yang bergerak, ada yang menggunakan integrasi antara work order secara paper based menjadi digital ke field maintenance pegang gadget masing-masing, jadi mereka dapat informasi work ordernya seperti itu. Sekilas dari saya sharing best practice yang terjadi di klien kami di industri mining. Saya kembalikan ke SSCX dan host kalau ada pertanyaan dari audiens. Terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih sekali Pak Willy. Oke, Ibu dan Bapak, excellent people, silakan kita bisa tanya jawab bersama Pak Willy. Oke, ini ada Pak Eva Suseno, mohon maaf kalau salah menyapa. Silakan, mungkin bisa, saya udah allow to talk, jadi bisa di-unmute, silakan.
Iya, terima kasih Pak Willy. Saya Suseno, saya kerja di Multi Harapan Utama, perusahaan mining yang berpusat di Jakarta dan site-nya di Kalimantan Timur. Nah, Pak Willy, saya tertarik sekali ya, karena saya juga saat ini saya juga di business process dan information technology 4.0 ya, kita lagi transformasi ke sana. Cuman sebagai informasi aja, kami sebetulnya adalah PKP 2B, jadi yang pemilik kontrak dari pemerintah, bukan jadi sebagai kontraktor dari proses mining ya, karena untuk proses misalnya dari coal gating terus sampai dengan barging itu semuanya kita menggunakan outsource ya, atau kontraktor lain. Nah, tapi satu hal lagi yang sebetulnya kita lagi ini kan adalah sebetulnya banyaknya bias, atau ada dua hal yang dialami ini adalah banyaknya bias, terutama pada saat coal wedging ya, atau pada saat timbang, terus kemudian pada saat kita kirim ke barging. Karena kalau dalam proses di barging itu kita masih pakai manual gitu ya, pakai ukuran tongkang atau batch gitu ya, terus secara visual pakai area. Nah, adakah memungkinkan misalnya cara teknologi yang bisa memungkinkan itu, ada satu teknologi yang bisa melihat bahwa berapa beratnya, jadi kita terus terang biasanya cukup besar, itu yang pertama. Yang kedua itu adalah pada saat geologi exploration ya, terutama bagaimana kita memonitor si kontraktor itu, apakah dengan mereka sudah benar belum melakukan suatu proses coal gating-nya dengan mereka kan ada istilah itu apa ya, cycle, mereka ada cycle untuk coal barging-nya dan sebagainya. Terus kemudian juga terutama apabila terjadi hujan, kadang-kadang kita harus mengkoreksi planning kita antara 150.000 sampai 300.000, itu kan besar sekali nilainya. Kira-kira itu sih.
Oke, Terima kasih Pak. Saya jawab pertanyaan yang pertama. Call Wei-Ching kemudian baru datang dari crusher sampai before after conveyor sampai akhirnya mau masuk ke tongkang atau jetty. Masih manual Wei-Ching system. Kita tahu dalam dunia kalau konteksnya mining batu bara, dry mining, proses itu bukan batch dan continuously 24 jam itu berjalan terus. Ada salah satu trik menghitung tonase itu berdasarkan ampere yang dikonsumsi, arus listrik yang keluar dari drive motor yang menggerakkan si konveyor. Semakin berat komponen atau benda yang berjalan di atas konveyor, ada korelasi semakin berat pula kinerja drive motor menggerakkan si konveyor. Tentunya perhitungannya tidak linear, bisa jadi logaritmik. Anda sebagai yang lebih expert di praktek dunia mining, coal, kalkulasi, Anda, klien-klien kami yang menyediakan formulasinya, korelasi antara ampere dengan tonase, kita yang mengenable teknologi itu, kita yang men-split dari shift demi shift, line mana demi line mana, ada kalanya 3 konveyor masuk ke satu crusher, tapi kita lakukan pembobotan bahwa konveyor nomor 1 dan 2 produktivitasnya punya pembobotan value berbeda dengan konveyor nomor 3. After crusher, semua dipooling ke satu konveyor. Hal-hal semacam itu kita bantu. Jadi kolaborasi antara kami sebagai teknologi implementer, teknologi provider, dengan klien kami sebagai pihak yang menjalankan bisnis, kita kolaborasi bersama Digital Transformation Team. Kita buat mulai dari user interface-nya, KPI yang mau dilihat dari tonase, kita tarik readiness data-datanya, tapi kembali lagi itu adalah isu problem di industri 3.0, kita bisa akses. Kita melakukan assessment yang mau Bapak tuju dan gap dengan teknologi yang Bapak miliki saat ini. Dalam hal ini masih manual, oke kita lihat nanti ini itunya, power meter dan segala macam, kita integrasikan semua. Itu pernah kita jalankan dan bisa. Kemudian pertanyaan yang kedua, saat terjadi geologi exploration, nanti bisa bersambung kemana-mana ini efeknya ke validitas, apakah titik tersebut layak untuk dilanjutkan production dan exploration dan segala macam. Kembali lagi, dalam entity enterprise mining company ada dedicated departemen yang melakukan gerilya di awal, baik itu outsourcing maupun sendiri. Kemudian saat kontrak, running the production, segala macam, ada pihak yang menjalankan. Sebetulnya before operasional mulai berjalan, data-data segala macam itu sudah ada. Dan problemnya adalah bukan ketersediaan data, tapi konektivitas data. Dan tidak terintegrasi. Belum lagi hal-hal semacam weather forecast. Kemudian geological information. Ada banyak sekali software-software. Saya yakin klien-klien kami memiliki software dari beberapa macam teknologi provider. Tapi problemnya pada saat semua itu tidak saling terhubung, bagaimana mungkin kita bisa menarik sebuah analisa, engine untuk melakukan analisa hari ini sudah banyak, machine learning dan segala macam. Problemnya, teknologi-teknologi seperti machine learning itu requirement-nya data yang kita setor ke si engine calculator itu harus data yang luar biasa banyak. Karena semua error atau semua intermittent itu pada dasarnya bukanlah intermittent. Pada saat data yang kita berikan itu, data yang kita feed itu luar biasa banyak, itu tidak ada yang namanya intermittent. Semua bisa didapatkan polanya. Untuk yang pertanyaan nomor 2 ini lebih spesifik, dan saya tidak mungkin menjawab pertanyaan nomor 2 sesingkat pertanyaan nomor 1. Tentunya kita bisa lanjutkan pembicaraan lebih lanjut. Bapak kalau tertarik nanti dihubungi kami di Rockwell Automation. Semoga sekian menjawab dan saya kembalikan ke host kalau ada pertanyaan berikutnya. Terima kasih.
Baik. Ya, ada satu lagi Pak Willy sebelum kita mungkin akhiri sesi yang kedua ini. Tadi Pak Willy mention about tim digital transformation, ada CDO, Chief Digitalization Officer. Nah, ini yang menarik tadi juga kami catat ada CFO nih. Seberapa penting keterlibatan CFO dalam digital transformation team? Maksudnya apakah dia good to know, good to have on board, atau memang ada real involvement yang day to day gitu ya, menurut pengalaman Pak Willy dalam digital transformation projects atau initiative? Ya, Pak, silakan.
Terima kasih Pak Fajar.
Ya.
Saya dari pengalaman di 6 negara yang saya handle, saya bisa bilang banyak klien kami yang terjebak tidak melibatkan orang finance, orang analis, CFO ke dalam digital transformation. Banyak industri yang memiliki paradigma digital transformation 4.0, IIoT, everything is about technology. Terus mereka yang mau kejar itu sesuatu yang berbau-bau teknologi.
Yeah.
Apakah implementasi roadmap satu demi satu successfully achieve? Ya, tapi itu tidak menjamin menjadi capital untuk step yang kedua dan yang ketiga. Kita perlu kembali ke nature-nya bisnis, apapun bentuknya, mulai dari sesimpel rumah makan sampai mining companies. Itu bisnis adalah, saya mendengar ada noise dari, oke, terima kasih. Bisnis adalah money making machine. Semua harus dikembalikan ke kodratnya seperti itu. Tentu saja didampingi dengan regulator yang keluar dari pihak pemerintah ataupun hal-hal mandatori semacam eksiden dan environmental ya. Tapi CFO adalah judge yang valid untuk menentukan teknologi improvement, area improvement yang harus dicapai itu yang mana. Satu contoh di spesifik customer yang saya handle, yang didemokan di sini, pernah terjadi ada idea mau melakukan, karena ini mining mineral, mereka mau melakukan integrasi area flotation dengan laboratory information system. Aplikasi teknologi improvement ini akhirnya di-drop karena kalah prioritas dengan yang namanya mereka mau melihat fleet di lapangan. Karena dari sudut pandang bisnis, commercially akan ada damage impact lebih besar pada saat satu buah dump truck, bannya pecah atau oilnya breakdown di tengah jalan. Kendaraan sebesar itu menjadi downtime, menutupi jalan. Secara bisnis akhirnya kita bisa lihat mana yang impact-nya lebih besar. Jadi goal-nya yang akan saya dampingi dengan Bapak Ibu klien adalah kita memilih improvement dengan highest impact, smallest effort. Itu Pak Fajar. Terima kasih.
Mantap. Luar biasa Pak Willy. Buat Ibu Bapak audience, excellent people, silakan feel free untuk chat. Di chat ini tentunya tim kami bisa mencatat. Nanti ini bisa di-summarize juga, di-recap untuk dikirimkan ke Pak Dubey dan juga Pak Willy supaya ada korespondensi, atau bahkan bisa menghubungi tim kami lebih lanjut untuk kita bisa lakukan diskusi-diskusi yang lebih mendalam. Karena saya tahu betul Rockwell Automation dan tim ini solusinya sangat lengkap, luar biasa. IT, OT, IoT converging, emerging teknologi ada semua, expertise-nya ada, services untuk consulting-nya juga ada. Jadi they are helping customer to do transformation dengan both teknologi dan juga industry domain expertise. Karena biasanya ada yang memang spesifik teknologinya bagus, tapi industri domainnya, waduh kita lagi belum terlalu menguasai tambang nih misalnya. Oh no, ini ada dua-duanya. So, terima kasih. Let's give them a very warm big round of applause to Pak Dubey and Pak Willy. Thank you Pak Dubey and Pak Willy. Hope we can see you and have a more sharing session in the near future.